Alright. So, I was looking into head tracking. I noticed a severe lack of head tracking videos which showed how Assetto Corsa looks with it. So I decided to do it myself because most of those videos are for Assetto Corsa Competizione. There's one for plain old Assetto Corsa, but the person driving there wasn't too good. They were crashing all the time, so let's show something that maybe was more representative of how it looked. We'll see. So right now I've got it turned off. We'll move into the sim in a second. Just wanted to show you something first, though. From what I'm looking at, wait a second, maybe. Oh yeah, this is better. So yeah, it's turned off now. It's simple. You just have to turn on whatever tracking software you've got. I'm using OpenTrack. So I turn it on, and it automatically turns on in the game as well. And I've set it up so that it follows my head in the sense that, look, when I move to the left, sort of the image on the screen corresponds to where my steering wheel is in real life, so that it sort of mimics how it would look if I moved my head in the rear car. Let's say I'm moving to the going further to the left, going further to the right. Elegant. So that's that. Oh, I see I've got to restart it to make it more. So yeah, this is it. I went with the approach of less is more, so to say. There's this video by Dave Cam which sort of proposed this idea that less is more in driving sims when it comes to head tracking. And I must say it is a good idea, because when at first, we'll talk about it on the road. I would do one lap of Nordschleife to show off how it looks in practice, sort of. Let's restart, recalibrate it, move to the front, center. Nice. This is somewhat how it looks from my eyes. I mean, I don't see the dials down here. I don't see them. That's why I've got UI elements on the top. But yeah, let's move into the sim now. We'll see how it looks in game. Right. 1, 2, 3. Right, so we are in the sim now. Because we've sort of got an idea where my view is, I'd say. Right now, when I move like that from left to right, steering wheel and real space perfectly corresponds, almost perfectly, let's say, corresponds to what I have on screen. So it adds a really surprisingly a lot of depth to it all, I would say. It doesn't, I don't know if it gives a competitive advantage of any kind. It's hard to tell, because I haven't raced yet with it. I know head tracking also works in iRacing, but I hadn't had a racing mode in a while, so I'm sort of just driving around Nordschleife in public service. You can already see how it moves around. It's weird, you have to get used to it, really. It is a weird sensation. But yesterday, when I was testing all the mapping, I was so again my phone. You can see how it is maybe not perfect for video, because it tracks every little movement of your head. But you can also see how it adds to the... It certainly adds more... It changes the feeling of the car, that's for certain. I feel like before head tracking, I was more steering with a camera, which was fixed to the car, although I was using real head... What was it? call real head motion mod for Assetto Corsa, which sort of disconnected your camera from the car, made the bumps more pronounced. Right now I don't have it on because it doesn't work with head tracking, it backs out. But it is quite uncanny how if you set it up like I did, so that the motion corresponds with your oh, you can see how I look under the mirror. I can actually use it now. That's quite unusual, and it feels really. I need to get used to it. There's some maybe motion sickness to be had to get used to. Oh my goodness! Motherfucker, saying there's somebody coming. I can see, so I'll wait. Just wait a second. See if they crash. No, they didn't. Oh Jesus. Let's go. So yeah, it is weird. You suddenly feel that you will be taking corners differently in a bad way. It might be the hindrance or some side of some sort to your driving technique. I remember at the beginning I also simply felt like I was turning when I wasn't, because I was turning my head, because I'm used to the fact that the view is turning left when I am turning left with my steering wheel actually. Now it is a little bit different. I actually have to turn the car now to turn it, not the camera. In a sense, I mean, this, you know, I hope you know what I mean. I think it's more for immersion than for competitive edge, that the competitive edge is with triple screens. Yeah, maybe. You know, the best drivers are using triple screens, so I think. Jesus Christ. Not my day. This didn't crash, so that is done. You can see how it works. Alright. I'd say it makes your car, it makes you feel like your car is around you more than you being a car. I don't know how to explain the feeling. Yeah, it feels weird. I've just been only a day since I started using head tracking, so I'm still not used to it at all. I'm wondering whether I haven't raced with it, so I don't know how it works in traffic. In real traffic, in like not Schleifer, where I just let people pass usually because there aren't many cars which are similar in class, and look at me looking at the rear view mirror. That's so cool. Actually, that's really cool. I've got this virtual one on top, but I guess I can turn it off actually now. Alright. I'll stick to the right. Good. I'm so used to using the virtual one in the middle. That will be hard to get. I guess it also isn't consistent. It's very distracting. It isn't as intuitive as it is in real life to just take a glance at the rear view mirror. I mean, it's still not all fully dialed in, I'd say. Got some room for improvement on the sensitivity slide and so on. But certainly, I'd say less is more, that's what I think. Because when I did it at first with more aggressive sensitivities, I would say it's... I mean, I didn't realize how much I moved my head when I was racing, I guess. Because I was just taking a simple corner and my view was just absolutely all over the place. Because a slight turn of your head to the right will just make you look behind. And it is not ideal when you're taking corner, I would say. And I somewhat accidentally, I guess, stumbled upon this idea that I can make the steering wheel line up with what's on screen. And it is surprisingly intuitive, not even intuitive, I mean immersive. Intuitive also because it just makes sense. The camera sort of follows where my gaze is. So, that's that. You see how my head slightly turns towards the corner, that's usually how I do it. Oh shit. Oh goodness. Unfortunate. But look, I can, for example, let's look at the sign. What does it say? I've got no idea how to pronounce it. To scare hard. I don't know. I'm sort of wondering what it will look like with on a flat screen without the steering wheel. We'll see on the video. Let's take it calmly, those last few corners. But yeah, this is how Headtracking looks in Assetto Corsa, I suppose. Weren't many videos when I looked into it. Most of them are iRacing or Competizione or there's one which I talked about. Also on Google I couldn't find any information how Headtracking works with Assetto Corsa really. Most of it was also Competizione, I don't know why. I mean I suppose Competizione... I even don't know if Competizione is more popular than the standard of Assetto Corsa. So yeah, this is Headtracking. A simple demonstration. No tips on setup, except that less is more. I mean, I could technically provide with the ED file which contains my sensitivity slides, but how effective it is mainly depends, I would say, on distance from screen and the size of your screen. So it has to be personalized, actually. You can see how some of the movements are, but they just make sense in a way. Oh, I can't move out. Oh, just the custom map which I have installed. Show you some single player. Could turn around on the roundabout there. Yeah, it doesn't replace triple screens, that's for certain. I use triple screens for a brief moment. I couldn't set them up properly, but I mean, there were many mistakes which I made, and also simply my screens are the same size, so it creates less problems. Simply, it's more comfortable to just play on a single screen than just. Let's see how far we can take it. I'm moving forward now. Where is this up? I could technically just put more Z-axis, allow it to move further inside. Or maybe that's the game limiting me, I don't know. might look good on video. Maybe it's good for content creators to substitute VR, which looks good usually, but sort of, I mean, looks good on eyes when you've got it on your head. Doesn't look good on video because you can only see one eye in a limited field of view. Here you've got the head movement of VR, like, well, I mean, not fully because you can't look behind. There's the furthest I can move my head, right? So I can't even see if there's a car to the right of me. Left. That's how I've got it set up. This is the most so I can see actually my side mirrors. I mean, one of them, the left one. Just depending on the car. I could move my camera back a little bit, but also this would make maybe I want the steering wheel to correspond with what I mean, as I've said before, I want it to line up with what it is in real space as well. And it's surprisingly good illusion, I would say, maybe. And so I would recommend turning off the, I mean, that's another one. That's a personal preference, to turn off the hands on the steering wheel. Yeah, so this is it. A slide for the short presentation. Hope you liked it. First, the second, the third, I don't know, all of the few on YouTube that I would have. So yeah, cheers.